let's go through this question together. A young sumo wrestler decided to go on a special diet and gain weight rapidly. You don't usually hear about people going on diets and trying to gain weight. But if you've seen sumo wrestlers, they're not skinny, are they? Okay? He gained weight at a constant rate. That word, those two words right there are real important. Constant rate. That tells you that this equation is a linear equation. Okay? Constant rate lets you know that this is a linear function, right? So what we're trying to do is we're trying to get the equation in the form y equals mx plus b, right? And so it says the relationship between the wrestler's weight and the time he started his diet is given by the following table of values. So after a half of a month, his weight is 80.6 kilograms. After 2 months, his weight is 88.4 kilograms. So you can see his weight's going up, right? After 3.5 months, his weight is 96.2 kilograms. Okay? Now, first thing let's do is let's create the slope-intercept equation of this data. Now, I taught you yesterday how to do that in your calculator. So what is the slope-intercept equation of that data? Y equals, so 5.2x plus 78. So that's the slope-intercept equation. Now, what you need to think to yourself is, what does 5.2 mean? And what does 78 mean? Right? Now, x in this equation is our what? Say input. Input. And y is our what? Output. So you put in, like if I were to put 1/2 for half a month, my output would be 80.6. If I were to put 2 in for x, my output would be 88.4, right? Now they want to know, how fast did the wrestler gain weight? Well, let's go back to what I said. What does 5.2 mean in this problem? So this is the slope. And slope is rate of change. And they're asking, how fast did the wrestler gain weight? So they're wanting to know the rate at which he what? At which he gained weight. So they want to know the rate of change of his weight, right? Isn't that what they're asking? And so the rate of change of his weight is 5.2, isn't it? But what does that mean? 5.2 what? Kilograms per month. Good. So he is gaining 5.2 kilograms per month, right? A rate is going to be like miles per hour, kilograms per month. Now, what does the 78 right here mean? Right, that's his weight at the start. Remember, y-intercept, we said is your what? Is your starting what? Point. What y-intercept's your starting point. So his weight started at 78 kilograms. You can see after a half month, he's already at 80.6. After 2 months, he's at 88.4. After 3.5 months, he's at 96.2, right? So he's gaining weight pretty steadily. As a matter of fact, he's gaining it at a constant rate, isn't he? Okay. So what was the wrestler's weight before he went on the diet? 78 what? Kilograms. Now, let me ask you this. Okay, we answered the question they asked, but tell me this. After 6 months, what would he weigh? After 6 months, what would he weigh? Well, we can take that 6 months and plug it in for what? In for our input for x right here, right? So I'd have y equals 5.2 times 6 plus 78, correct?
Yes.
So I've got y equals what?
109.2.
109.2 kilograms. So if he stays on his diet, after 6 months, he'll weigh 109.2 kilograms. Okay, let me ask you this. At what point will he be at 205 kilograms? Now, I want to know when he's going to be at what? So I'm providing you with his weight, right? Now, is his weight the input or the output? So we need to put 205 in for which letter? In for Y. So I'm going to put 205 right here where Y is. And so I've got 205 equals 5.2x plus 78. What do I do now? Subtract 78 from both sides. And so I have what? 127 equals 5.2x. Then I'll divide by 5.2 on both sides. And so what's x equal? 24 point what? So after 24.4 months, he will be at 205 kilograms. So let's read this problem. This problem said Steve's mother was 23 when Steve was born, right? So how old was Steve's mom when he was born?
23.
Okay, so Steve's mom was 23 when he was born. So when she was 23, he's 0, right? Now Steve's 28. Right? How old is his mother? Well, guys, if he is 28 and when he was born, she was 23, right? So she's 23, and then 28 more years after 23 would be what? 51. So she's 51 years old now, right?